Fan-favorite Star Trek show returns to promising Rotten Tomatoes score after 2 years. It's been 2 years since fans last boarded the USS Enterprise under Captain Christopher Pike, but Star Trek: Strange New Worlds has finally returned, and it's done so in spectacular fashion. After a long hiatus, the series' comeback season has beamed onto screens to glowing reviews, boasting a renewed and very promising Rotten Tomatoes score that proves the wait was worth it. For a franchise that's weathered plenty of ups and downs, the enthusiastic response feels like a reaffirmation of Star Trek's timeless spirit. Hopeful, human, and just the right amount of strange. A triumphant return to the stars. When Strange New Worlds first premiered in 2022, it immediately struck a chord with audiences craving a return to the franchise's optimistic roots. The show's episodic format, rich character work, and charismatic cast led by Anson Mount as Captain Pike made it an instant fan favorite. Critics praised it as the perfect blend of classic and modern Trek, earning a certified fresh Rotten Tomatoes score north of 95%. But with production delays, the 2023 Hollywood strikes, and the ever-changing landscape of Paramount plus a Star Trek lineup, fans were left adrift in uncertainty. Would Strange New Worlds maintain its charm after such a long absence? Would its unique tone, adventurous, heartfelt, occasionally musical, still resonate in a post-Discovery and post-Picard world? As it turns out, yes. Resoundingly yes. The numbers don't lie. Within days of the new season's premiere, Strange New Worlds rocketed back onto Rotten Tomatoes with a fresh rating hovering around 92% from critics and an even stronger 94% audience score. For a series in its third season, often a make or break point for even the best genre shows, that's an impressive achievement. Reviewers have highlighted how seamlessly the show has picked up where it left off, balancing high-concept sci-fi with deeply personal storytelling. Episodes reportedly dive deeper into the moral dilemmas and ethical conundrums that define the original Star Trek of the 1960s, while keeping the modern cinematic sheen that today's streaming audiences expect. Critics from Collider and IGN praised the show's confidence, calling it a masterclass in character-driven sci-fi and the most consistent Trek series of the modern era. Even those who were lukewarm on Discovery or Picard have found themselves embracing Pike's crew with renewed enthusiasm. What's different this time around? While the first 2 seasons of Strange New Worlds focused on introducing the Enterprise crew and exploring standalone adventures, this season leans more heavily into emotional continuity. Character arcs that simmered in the background, like Spock's struggle to balance his Vulcan and human sides, or Lon Noonien Singh's ongoing battle with her genetic legacy, take center stage. One standout episode, already being hailed as a highlight, reportedly reunites the crew under circumstances that test their loyalty and ideals in a way unseen since the original series. Another installment delves into the political ramifications of the Federation's expansion, mirroring contemporary debates about identity and power. At the same time, Strange New Worlds has retained its signature ability to switch genres effortlessly. Expect episodes that blend horror, romance, philosophical drama, and even lighthearted comedy. After all, this is the same show that turned a musical experiment into one of the most beloved hours of Star Trek television in years. Familiar faces and fresh additions, Anson Mount remains the heart and soul of the show. His portrayal of Captain Pike continues to anchor the series with warmth and gravitas. Pike's compassion-driven leadership style, so different from Kirk's daring or Picard's diplomacy, feels like a breath of fresh air in an era where cynicism often rules. Rebecca Rameen's number 1 Una Chin Riley is also back in full force after her emotional trial arc, now exploring the tension between her Starfleet duties and her Illyrian identity. Ethan Peck's Spock continues to evolve, showing more humor and vulnerability than ever before, a choice that some purists initially resisted but has since become a cornerstone of the show's charm. New additions to the cast have reportedly been met with enthusiasm as well. A young Andorian science officer and a recurring guest from Lower Decks are said to add humor and texture, bridging the gap between Strange New Worlds and the wider Star Trek universe. The cross-pollination between live-action and animated Trek has been one of Paramount's smartest moves, and this season embraces that synergy more confidently than ever. The secret of its success. What makes Strange New Worlds stand out isn't just its stunning visuals or slick production. It's the show's understanding of what Star Trek has always been about: exploration, empathy, and the belief that humanity can rise above its flaws. While other sci-fi series lean into dystopia or nihilism, Strange New Worlds dares to be idealistic. It believes in a future where curiosity triumphs over fear, and that optimism resonates deeply, especially in today's world. Fans have also praised the show's ability to balance accessibility for newcomers with deep lore for longtime Trekkies. Easter eggs abound, from references to TOS-era episodes like Balance of Terror and Amok Time to subtle nods to Enterprise and the animated series. Yet, none of it feels like fan service for its own sake. Everything serves the characters and the story. A beacon amid a changing franchise, the Star Trek universe has been in flux lately. Discovery has concluded its run, Picard wrapped with a heartfelt farewell to the TNG crew, and Lower Decks faces uncertain renewal odds. Meanwhile, fans continue to speculate about the fates of upcoming projects like Section 31 and Starfleet Academy. In that landscape, Strange New Worlds feels like the flagship, the show carrying the torch of classic Trek into the modern streaming era. Its strong Rotten Tomatoes score and enthusiastic reception have not only reassured Paramount but re-energized the fandom as a whole. It's also been a unifying force among fans who were divided over the tonal and visual changes of Discovery or the nostalgia-heavy storytelling of Picard. Whether you're a veteran Trekkie or a casual viewer, Strange New Worlds offers something familiar yet fresh, a reminder of why this franchise has endured for nearly 6 decades. The return of the spirit of adventure. What's striking about the new season is its renewed sense of adventure. Each episode feels like a voyage into the unknown, an echo of Gene Roddenberry's original mission statement. The writers aren't afraid to get weird again, whether that means exploring sentient nebulae, time paradoxes, or moral dilemmas that challenge the very nature of the Prime Directive. There's also a renewed focus on ensemble storytelling. The bridge crew, from Celia Rose Gooding's Uhura to Jess Bush's Nurse Chapel, all get meaningful moments to shine. Their camaraderie feels earned and genuine, giving the show a warmth that recalls the next generation's golden era. The future looks bright. If the Rotten Tomatoes score is any indication, Strange New Worlds has secured its place not only as the crown jewel of modern Star Trek, but as one of the most critically respected sci-fi shows on television today. Paramount Plus has reportedly already greenlit early development discussions for a 4th season, and cast members have hinted in interviews that big swings are planned for the next chapter. Anson Mount recently teased that the creative team has some of the boldest ideas yet, episodes that could only happen on Star Trek. That's exactly what fans want to hear. The verdict: the wait paid off. After 2 years away, Strange New Worlds has done what few shows manage. It's returned stronger than ever. Its strong Rotten Tomatoes score isn't just a number, it's a reflection of the show's heart, craftsmanship, and enduring relevance. In an age when sci-fi often feels either overly cynical or emotionally detached, Strange New Worlds offers something rare: hope. The kind of hope that reminds us why Star Trek has lasted for nearly 60 years. As Captain Pike might say, "We're explorers. That's who we are." And with Strange New Worlds back at the helm, boldly going once again, it feels like the future of Star Trek and of television science fiction itself is in very good,